Afternoon. Today we are going to see SDG 10, its targets and indicators in the series of achieving sustainable development goals and going to moon, Mars and beyond. SDG 10 talks for globally reducing inequalities of all kinds. Okay? And now we'll see the problems first as usual happen due to or aggravated due to pandemic. First, Gini Index increased by 6% and it is more than 2007 till 2009 during the financial crisis. It increased, but it has increased more during pandemic. Now, what is Gini Index? Gini Index, if happens to be zero, then everybody is living at par. But Gini increase, then inequality has increased. Richer have become rich and poorer have become poor. In our own survey, we found that most of the lower middle class people have touched the poverty line. Okay, next. Then refugee population has increased. From 2010 to 2020, it has doubled. In fact, it has become 311 per 100,000 globally right now. Next problem, people while migrating died almost 4,000 people. It has also increased. Another point, remittance cost, transferring money from one country to another country, has gone to 6.5%. In fact, it has reduced since, and it is the least, in fact, 6.5, but it has not touched 3%, what is standard expected to be till 2030. Okay, then there is a humanitarian side is also there, because if money is transferred because people go to greener pasture for a good job to other country, it doesn't mean that they're going, they want to be this and that or something. Some people also have need. They transfer money for cancer treatment, they transfer money for this and that purpose. Okay, so humanitarian side is also there. Now I have only one simple suggestion to the humanity. As usual, are humans going to fight war for millions of years? Between 60s to 70s, there were more than 30,000 atom bombs, weapons of mass destruction during the Cold War. So today also, 11 states have the weapons of mass destruction. So why not we implement SDG than investing in weapons of mass destruction? Simple point. Please think on it. Now target 10, SDG 10 and indicators of SDG 10. Target 10.1, by 2030 slowly and steadily bringing income growth of bottom 40% better than the national average. If bottom 40% are there, then if they are earning 300 rupees per day, they should earn 400 rupees per day. So that, and others are already earning, their income should also grow. What are the indicators? Indicator 10.1.1, increase per capita income, increase in total population income, increase in per capita income of bottom 40%. Very important. They should also come up. Target 10.2, by 2030, empowering and promoting social, political, and economic inclusion. Okay, and it has a lot of factors: age, gender, person with disability, race, ethnicity, origin, religion, economic status, and whatever the discriminative point humans have created, maybe divisions in this and that. Indicator 10.2.1, proportion of people living below median income, by what? Age, gender, person with disability. These are the indicator: age, gender, person with disability. In what? In so many other points. That target we have seen. Target 10.3, creating equal opportunity and measures thereby for preparing policies and implementing them. How and for whom? Because everybody should come at par. So these policies are made, not to suppress the rich or to suppress the poor, but to bring everyone comfortable and bringing to the at par. So policies should be made and they should be implemented. Discriminatory laws are there so that equal opportunity are there. Proportion of population living, in certain areas, certain discriminatory area, they should also come up. Then promoting best practices, then outcome based actions with respect to international law discrimination. All these things should be there as per this target 10.3, so that we create equal opportunity and measures thereby. Indicator 10.3.1, proportion of people reporting discrimination on above base point since last 12 months. But I know 99% people, they do not report. I don't know for what they are, for which things they are fear of. But it has been known in so many places that people do not report. Target 10.4, adopt fiscal, wage, financial inclusion, social protection to achieve greater equality. Okay. Then what is the indicator? Share of labor per GDP. 10.4.2 indicator, redistributive impact of social policies. In other words, checking whether social policies have been implemented or not. Now, 10.5 target is, this is national and international level inequality pointer. National level, race, then religion, caste, and all those things. International level, rich country, poor country, something like that. Now, indicator 10.5.1, financial sound indicators. Now, what are the financial sound indicators? So, please, I'm coming to that. There are three indicators. Country is leading, country is coincidence, and country is lagging behind. Three. You are ahead, you are on track, and you are behind. Okay. So then these indicators also are indicators. Whether GDP is performing well, whether inflation is there, for example, maybe wholesale price or consumer price index. Then industrial production, trade, exchange rate with the dollar or other currency, then balance of payment, banking indicators, financial indicators are there. Okay. Next, target 10.6, listening to dependents or for better inclusive output. Simple. Now, listening to dependents. Who are dependent? The least developed countries are dependent on rich countries. Simple. It may happen, the karma law is there that every action has equal and opposite reaction. Rich countries are also dependent on poor countries, maybe minerals or oil or maybe food supply or whatever it may be. So, at the end of the day, humans are equal. By letting global international financial institutions to deliver on certain things, that legitimate institution, accountable institution, effective institution, credible institution, so that if they listen to the people who need, then they can provide what are the needs. Simple marketing gimmick. Indicators 10.6.1, proportion of members from developing countries in the international institutions. Proportion of members in the international institutions, in the international organizations, then voting rights to members, from developing or underdeveloped countries in the, that parlance, in the international institutions and in the international organizations. Target 10.7, migration of people with legitimate policies. In USA, that INS checks all the things properly, documents all those things. Then migration of people should be orderly fashion. That is orderly fashion. Safe migration, mobility, and modes of transport. A person get a visa, he's on, and the passport is there. They need travels from one country to another during migration. Migration must be regular and responsible and well managed so that none lose the track. If people lose the track, like it happens in the ferry disaster was there in Mediterranean Sea, people lost their lives. Almost 4,000 people lost in different incidences. Indicator 10.7.1, recruitment cost borne by employee in the destination country per year by what the person is earning in that country. If he is earning $10,000 and 9,000 are spent on him, he is got recruited in that country. That is the indicator. Indicator 10.7.2, number of countries that offer orderly, safe, regular, responsible migration and mobility of a person by total UNO members. There are 193 member countries. Out of them, 190 countries offer orderly fashion. 3 countries do not offer, for example. Indicator 10.7.3, number of people died or disappeared during migration before reaching their destination. We saw that 4,000 plus people lost their lives. Upon number of people actually migrated. Out of 1 million migration, 4,000 people died, something like that. Indicator 10.7.4, proportion of population who are refugees by country of origin. You know, in one country, total refugees are suppose 1 million. Out of them, ABCD country, 1,000 people are from ABCD countries. So 1,000 by 1 million. Simple. Target 10.A, giving special treatment to developing or least developed countries as per the WTO agreements. Okay, now what is the indicator? Proportion of tariff line applied to import from least developed nation or developing countries with zero tariff. Now you this I on purpose I quoted this. Why I write in my own language? Because if I quote this into technical language, there people are laughing. I mean they're asking what is that? They're saying like this. So in simple terms, tax should be least. In fact, should be zero when imported product products and services are imported from the least developed countries. Simple. So that already they are importing and already they are poor countries and they are taxed with tax, and it's become difficult for them. Target 10 point B, encouraging official developing assistance including financials like FDI to whom it needs most, with intention to give boost to the national plans, maybe for least developed countries, African countries, small island countries, landlocked countries, where it is needed, investment in technology or financial should be there. Where more is there, it should go to the list. Where list is there, it automatically it should happen so that all come at par. Indicator 10.B.1, country who receive FDI upon the donor country. Suppose 100 million is donated by India to 100 billion by India. Donor country share upon total resources flow. For example, 10% of share has USA, it is in numerator, and by total 5 billion FDI and resources that country has received. So 10% share of USA by total 5 billion FDI and resources. Target 10.C, by 2030 reducing cost of transaction of remittance to 3% and discarding anybody who offers 5% or more. They will be discarded. Already we talked about this. Remittance cost upon total remittance. Suppose it should be, for example, 100 billion is coming to India through remittance, and for that remittance only 3%, that is 3 billion, should be charged by the banking or financial institutions which are also involved. Those who are offering more than 5% will be discarded by 2030. Now you see, these SDGs are trying to make life safe, secure, stress-free, trouble-free. Remittance is the example, and we should, you know, take cognizance of it because United Nations have developed the beautiful framework to avoid exploitation of our own human civilization from own human civilization or from home humans. Finally, I request all of you to think over this point. Are humans going to fight wars for millions of years? Why not same investment we made in achieving SDG and going to moon, Mars and beyond? Definitely our fundamentals of living and governing and government administrations and sources of earning money and overall social value needs a relook. Now, before it is too late for humanity and pandemic has proved it. This point they have proved it. Please think over it, and if you have any suggestions, you are welcome. Thank you very much.